Oh man, so Bitcoin's break to the upside of its descending wedge has meant that DOT, Link, and MATIC, three of the coins we've been monitoring on this channel, have had strong green days. In this video, I'm going to show you what's happening with those and where I think they can go from here. So if you like that, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get straight into it, because here on Bitcoin, guys, you can see if I just switch over to the 4-hourly, we've been monitoring this downward wedge for quite a while, and you can see Bitcoin was really respecting this resistance and support levels. You can see bounce, 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 and then a breakout. Beautiful breakout here to the upside of the 4-hourly chart. And now we're seeing a little bit of a curling over, okay? So this is fine. What you can expect always from a breakout is a retest of the support line. So that's what we want to watch out here to see if we get a bounce to the upside. Now, naturally, your first target here on the breakout of this wedge will be to get to the top of the wedge. So I'm looking for the 51,800 mark here on Bitcoin if we can continue to the upside. I want to be wary of a fake out, okay? So if we get the situation where it comes back out and comes back in, you want to be wary of a fake out. So the best way to play this is to wait for the retest, wait till you create a new high just there and enter at that point there if you're trading this on the short-term basis. Now, what are we looking at more longer term? Before switching to our altcoins, what are we seeing here on Bitcoin? Well, the fundamental thing here is you can see we've retraced quite a lot. And the important levels we want to monitor are, one, can we get to the 48, this level here? Okay, first at the top of the wedge. Can we then get to the 54,400 mark categorized by this yellow line? And then we've got this important resistance level. This resistance level dates all the way back to earlier in the year where we had multiple touches. I'm going to go over to the 4-hourly chart just to show you this a little bit clearer, where we had multiple touches. Where are we going? Right here, you can see how many times we enter this level and we continue to get rejected back down in this level. So really important that we get to this green box here from 57,000 all the way up to about 61,800 and clear this line. But before then, if we bring out the VPVR, you can see we've got a bunch of volume here which we need to clear through. We need to get above this line here at 50,000 before we get some green space, and then the resistance picks back up again at about 56, 57,000 on the entry into this green box. Those are the key levels we need to watch out for right now on Bitcoin. Now, what does that mean for Polkadot? Let's take a quick look at Polkadot. In fact, let's do MATIC first. Let's see if we can find MATIC. There we go. And you can see MATIC is up massively today, okay? Really big pump on MATIC. But more importantly, let me show you the daily chart, guys, because, we were getting a lot of stick for covering some of these patterns. But watch this, guys. Let me remove this VPVR. And we were monitoring this for a very long time, okay? So this cup and handle pattern started forming on the 16th of June. And I was talking about this for the longest. Go watch my videos, guys. You will see even before the handle of this cup and handle formed, we set that. You saw me enter my trade here, and we retraced down. Now, I continue to hold conviction here because we didn't lose the upward trend. You saw this upward trend. We continued to be an upward trend, and I continued to say that in a video, I continue to hold my price target here of $2.80. Well, now we're sitting at $2.61. We're on our way to our price target. We already met our first price target here at $2.50, and now we're continuing to head higher here on MATIC. And as you guys know, my conviction on MATIC comes from the narrative of layer 2 solutions. I can already see the congestion on Ethereum. Everybody can. We can see it's unusable, and that opens up the world to a bunch of layer 1s in terms of bridging apps from Ethereum onto good layer 1 technologies, which is why I invest and talk a lot about layer 1 solutions, but also layer 2s as well, because I don't suddenly see people stop using Ethereum. And that is why it's important to have a mix of things like Loopring or MATIC to operate in that narrative, to have a little bit of a bet in that narrative too. So really strong day here on MATIC, and continues to head higher to meet our target. Once we create a new high at this line here of about $2.70, we're really going to explode here on MATIC. So I'm really looking forward to seeing new highs being created for MATIC. Now, let's take a look at Polkadot, because another one I've covered. Again, if you've not watched my fundamental video on Polkadot and my top 5, I think I actually end up listing 7 or 8 amazing projects which have to be on your radar for Polkadot, go check out that video, guys. You will not regret watching that video. But from a technical basis, look at this. A really strong, good candle here from Polkadot, up 8% today. And like I said, guys, this for me was an absolute steal. As soon as we broke this downward trend, this retracement on Polkadot for me made absolutely no sense. I mean, we've had such good fundamental catalysts on Polkadot that this discount of 58% is an absolute no-brainer. Even for me right now, this is super cheap. If I bring out the daily, you can see we're super bearish still. Even with that strong daily candle, we are not bullish on DOT, and we're still in a bearish trend, right? But for me, from a fundamental perspective, this is an absolute bargain for me to be able to pick up DOT from a 58% retracement from all-time highs. You're getting this back at September pricing. This is, for me, given my conviction in DOT and the project, again, go watch my video if you don't understand the amazing use cases and things being built on DOT. Absolute no-brainer for me. DOT has been around, seen bull markets, seen bear markets, and it's a fantastic project from one of the co-founders of Ethereum in Gavin Wood. So amazing project. Go and build your conviction in it, do your own research, and try to understand why it is some people are so bullish on DOT. Now, next up is to look at Chainlink. Now, Chainlink hasn't bounced back as well. Now, it's interesting because still up 4% today, but again, the clue I give you is look at altcoins which bounce back fast. When Bitcoin rallies 1-2%, which altcoins are moving 8, 9, 10%? They're the ones that you can tell have the momentum, they have the attention of the public and the investors and the traders. They're the ones we want to keep an eye on. And you can see Polkadot, again, is on a severe retracement down. I mean, if we bring out our measuring tool on, not Fibonacci, let's bring out our normal measuring tool. All the way from this wick high, all the way to the lowest point, you would have had a 60% discount on your Chainlink. Again, another solid project just getting absolutely whacked. On the daily chart here, we continue to be bearish. We're still below our EMA ribbon, so we've not flipped bullish. But if I show you the 4-hourly chart, let's take a quick look. You can see that barely you flipped bullish here on the 4-hourly, but you'd have to maintain that above your EMA ribbon, okay? So in essence, you can argue this is sideways because we've been below it, been above it, been below it, been above, been below. This is sideways action here on Chainlink. For some reason, like I said, Chainlink is not bouncing back as quickly as MATIC and DOT. We know DOT has had a lot going on in terms of parachains, a lot of attention, a lot of fundamental catalysts, and MATIC is getting a lot of, some people say MATIC, sorry, getting a lot of attention due to Ethereum congestion and people seeing that layer 2 is a great narrative to be in. I think Chainlink's time is going to come. When more people are using smart contracts, you got to remember when people are building smart contracts and creating real use cases, they're going to need data inflows to come in, right? They're going to need a data oracle to link all these data feeds in. And at that point, Chainlink are the de facto leader in that space. And there's nobody else you're going to want to partner with if you want the best in class of a data oracle. So I still think there's plenty of time for Chainlink. All three of these projects are long-term hold for me. I've made that very clear. I hold these projects. I continue to dollar cost average in them. Anytime I see a retracement like this, 60%, I lick my lips and buy a little bit more because these three projects are solid. Until I see somebody who does what each of these projects are trying to do better, until I see that, I'm going to continue to invest in these projects because I believe in those narratives. Hope you guys appreciate the update on these three projects. As always, if you like my blend between technical and fundamental analysis, regardless of where in the world I am, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.